Hey guys, Dr. Stephanie here, and today we're talking about the pelvic floor. So, your pelvic floor is the muscles that are on the bottom of the pelvis, and they control your bladder, your bowel movements. And so, if you have any leaking, then that could be due to a weak pelvic floor. It could also be tight. I know everyone hears the word Kegels and thinks that's the only thing you do with your pelvic floor, but a lot of times that's not the right thing to do. The pelvic floor can actually be too tense as well, and that can cause pain in your tailbone. It can cause pain in your abdomen, in the whole pelvic area. It can also cause constipation, and it can actually cause leaking as well, because if those muscles down there are too tight, they're not functioning properly, and so they can't relax all the way like they should. So I'm going to teach you 5 of my favorite exercises for working on that area. I'm going to show you how to breathe as we do it, because breathing is important. Sometimes those pelvic floor muscles aren't working properly just because we don't know how to breathe properly. We don't know how to control them anymore. And in healthy people with healthy pelvic floors, they have found that those pelvic floor muscles, they contract when they should before you do exercise without even thinking about it. So say you leak while you run or you jump, those pelvic floor muscles, they contract just naturally so that you don't leak. But in people who have any pelvic floor dysfunction, they don't. And so that's what can cause that leaking or pain as well. And so I'm going to show you these 5 exercises, and these are things you can do to build up strength and work on the breathing and get those pelvic floor muscles working properly again. So we're going to start by lying on our back, and we're going to start with bridging, but I'm going to tell you first, if you haven't done any pelvic floor exercises before and you need to work on them, what you should start with is breathing. So just kind of focusing on deep breathing, really taking a deep breath into your abdomen and then taking a deep breath out. And when you breathe in, your pelvic floor relaxes. So you really want to focus on just expanding your abdomen, relaxing your pelvic floor, kind of maybe pushing down a little bit. And then when you breathe out, everything kind of comes up and contracts. And so you just want to focus on breathing first. And you can do that before you do the exercises, maybe for a couple minutes, just to relax everything, get everything ready to start. And then I'm going to show you the exercises. So the first one is a bridge. And so you want to breathe out as you lift, and then relax and breathe in as you lower. So breathe out and breathe in. And you just want to do it nice and slow. This is a good exercise to start with. Just really focusing on that breathing, breathing out, and breathing in. And you want to do 3 sets of 10. You can start with 1 or 2 sets if you want to, but the goal is 3 sets of 10. And the other thing you can do with this one is you can add a ball between your knees. And sometimes this helps increase pelvic floor activation because you're squeezing. So you want to squeeze and lift as you breathe out, and then relax and breathe in. So squeeze, breathe out, and relax, and breathe in. And you want to, same thing, 2 to 3 sets of 10 of those. Okay, we're going to go onto our hands and knees for the next one. This one is one of my favorite exercises. This is the bird dog. So you want to kind of keep your back as flat as you can here, and you're going to lift an arm and a leg as you breathe, exhale, and then relax, lift, exhale, and inhale, exhale, and inhale. And as you do this, you want to kind of keep a little core contraction. So you just gently pull your belly button to your spine. You don't want to suck in too hard or anything, but just a gentle contraction there. And then lift and exhale and return to the start. And if you have a hard time keeping exhaling and kind of keeping that contraction as you do this, you can just start in this position and work on contracting and relaxing. But this one you want to do 2 to 3 sets of 10, just alternating back and forth. And then I'm going to make this one a little bit harder. So when this gets easy, you can make it more challenging. So we're going to do, you're going to lift and lift, reach out to the side and back. So you're going to lift, reach out to the side as far as you can, and then come back. I'm a little close to the wall, but essentially lift and then go out to the side as far as you can, and then back to the middle. And so 2 to 3 sets of 10 of that. You can also make that one more challenging by going here, bringing elbow to knee, and then back out. Making sure to do that little core contraction first, exhaling as you come together, inhaling as you come back out. And you want to do that nice and slow. Sometimes people don't feel anything when they do bird dogs because they're just kind of going quick and not really focusing on that slow and that breathing along with it. Okay, so from there, we'll actually stay in this position. We're going to do a bear position hover. So I call this a bear position. And you're just going to lift your knees up off the ground, hold for 5 to 10 seconds, and then return back to the ground. So you want to do that little core contraction first. Exhale as you lift, and inhale as you come back down. Now, if you're holding for 10 seconds, definitely keep breathing as you do it. Just initially exhale, and then breathe as you hold, and back down, keeping that core contraction. This is a great kind of precursor to a plank. So if you're not ready for a plank yet, this is a great place to start. And then we're going to go from there, and we're going to go to a plank, but I'm going to show you a progression to a plank. So we're not going to go full plank yet. And when you're ready, you can go to the full plank. But from here, we're just going to start on our knees and then come to a plank, and then back down. So you're just going to hold the plank for a second or two. You're basically going up and down. So you want to exhale as you come up, inhale as you come down. Exhale, inhale. And 2 to 3 sets of 10, but do however many are challenging, but not so difficult you feel like you can't make it through. Okay, we're going to go onto our side next. So a side plank is another great one, but I'm going to show you just a modified kind of lift and lower side plank. So you're going to be on your elbow here, on your forearm, knees bent. Just going to lift slightly and lower back down. Just lift and lower back down. And you can do 2 to 3 sets of 10 on each side. Make sure you do that slight contraction here, kind of pull your belly button in. Sometimes a better cue is pretend like you're zipping up a tight pair of jeans, and lift and lower. And then we're going to make it a little more challenging. So now we're going to go up into a side plank and just lift that top leg here. So we're just lifting the leg like this. And you want to do 2 to 3 sets of 10 on each side. And then we're going to do one final one. I'm going to add a ball between my knees. And we're going to do a side plank hold. So you're going to hold this for 10 to 15 seconds and then come back down. And you want to do 3 to 5 of those on each side. You can hold for longer as you get stronger. And again, as you lift there, you want to contract, exhale as you lift. Since we're holding this one, make sure you're breathing through it, and then lower and relax. So all of those exercises are great for improving pelvic floor strength, also hip strength, core strength, and they also help you work on that breathing. So when you're contracting, you're exhaling. When you're relaxing, you're inhaling. So it's important to really work on that breathing. You can do these every day. Obviously, you don't want to overdo it, but these are things you can kind of work on every day to build that pelvic floor strength and to get that coordination of breathing back, and hopefully get rid of any leaking you have and also any pain that you have associated with your pelvic floor or tailbone or pelvis. So try those and hope they help.